Today I'm using garlic scapes, frozen peppers, onions, and I'm creating a relish that I will be counting. So this is like a follow series of videos. The first one being I harvested basil and used garlic scapes. So there's going to be basil pesto, basil garlic scape pesto, and then the third is a garlic scape butter. That is the first video. The second video is a garlic scape pesto, and now I'm doing the relish. Hello and welcome back to Basics Homestead. My name is Annie. You are yet again in my kitchen, and this is going to be a canning video, and I'm doing garlic scape sweet pepper relish. Just like a little note, if you missed my videos in the two first ones, I explained what is a garlic scape. So the variety of hardnecks in the spring, there's like a little leaves that comes out, and then there's like a conic thing that comes out, and then it does like a full circle. Once that is done, you harvest the garlic scape. I also mentioned that if you don't harvest it, well then your bulb will probably not form properly, or there won't be cloves. So it is highly suggested that you remove the scape, because if not, it's going to concentrate on creating a flower, and we don't want that. We sow garlic for the bulb. Now let's do the relish. To prepare the scapes for all of my recipes that I've done with them, I take a couple and I rough cut them between 1/2 inch to 1 inch after washing them, inspecting them, because like I said, there are little insects that bore themselves inside. We don't want to eat critters. And then I'm gonna pass them into the food processor. I'm gonna put the recipe in the description below. A friend of mine also made this relish, and this is how we've come up, because there's like slight misunderstanding for both of us in the recipe. It says 10 cups of garlic scapes. The way we measured it, it was 10 cups of rough cut. And then we use the food processor or blender and put it in a bowl. This is what I worked with to start the garlic scapes. Before I start the recipe, this is a 2-day process, or at least 12 hours process. So in the bowl, I have my 10 cups of rough cut garlic scapes in here. 3 cups of onions. I used 4 onions, big ones. And I used 4 times heaping 3/4 cups of frozen peppers. I let them thaw out, process them. So the garlic scapes, the onions, and the red peppers, I used my blender to put like a relish consistency, and then added 5 tablespoons of salt, mixed everything, and this stayed in the fridge all night long, and now this is the next day. So it says that it's 5.5 pints. I don't can relish in pints, I can them in 1/2 pints. They're in the counter right now, and since I want to process hot liquid in hot jars. I've rinsed this with cold water and a colander, so now it's time to add the remaining of the ingredients. So it's 3 cups of sugar, next is 3 cups of vinegar. You can do white, apple, then a teaspoon of turmeric, a teaspoon of mustard powder, teaspoon of black pepper, And then a teaspoon of celery seed. This is gonna go on the stovetop, boiling point, and cook for 30 minutes until relish consistency. The relish is almost done, so I got out new lids, ban, funnel, spoon, and I'm gonna take out my jar soon. But after finishing all of that, I still had about a cup left of Scapes, and I decided I was gonna dehydrate them, and I'm gonna do 2 more little fun recipe that I'm gonna share in a future video. The relish is ready to be canned. I took out my hot jars. I'm filling them to 1/2 inch. This is a water bath recipe. After finishing all of the garlic scapes, I am left with a little over a cup of like minced garlic scape. I'm gonna do another little delicacy that I love. And I also have a bit of leftover of garlic scape pesto, so I will be doing another recipe. So there's gonna be another video in this series with basil and garlic scapes. So as usual, new lids, 1/2 inch, finger tight. And this is gonna go in the water bath counter for 15 minutes. 15 minutes. And always double check your elevation if you need to do adjustments. Another canning recipe completed. I have 10 jars like this plus this one, so 11. The recipe said 5.5 pints, so 11 jars like this. So the 10-cup rough for garlic scapes, I was right. So at least I wrote that down to take note. If the recipe passes everyone's taste buds, I'm definitely gonna do this again. Relish is something we do often because I no longer buy it at the store. One last thing I will let you know is I add 1 to 2 tablespoons of white vinegar in my canner so I don't have that little white film on the jars, and they're easier to clean after the canning process. Thank you for passing by the homestead today. And there's gonna be one more video about garlic scapes. Stay tuned. Take care. Bye.